Today I'm in London for the first time in about 12 years, and this is actually my first photography trip, dedicated photography trip to the capital, which is unbelievable, I know. I arrived yesterday afternoon, already clocked up 24 kilometers, if you can believe it. And I'm going to spend another day here. It's Sunday. I'm going to a vintage camera fair a little bit later on. So my camera of choice for this little adventure is, of course, my Leica Q2 Monochrom. What else? I want to stick to black and white today. I'm going to be doing a lot of travel as well as street photography. And I'm also going to just touch on my workflow, because I get more questions from people about my dedicated black and white photography than anything else, mostly from Leica Monochrom owners. My workflow is very minimal, really. People are interested in how I edit my photos. Well, I've sort of said it in a past video, I really don't do very much because I do everything in camera. My filters that I bring with me are a yellow filter, which is on the camera all the time, and it's a bit overcast now, so it's perfect. But if the sun comes out and it's very bright, then I'll put a red filter on. Although I didn't actually use that yesterday, I just stuck with the yellow. I also use a mist filter, which is on with the yellow filter right now. Those two haven't moved from the camera this weekend. In my bag is a circular polarizer. I haven't used that yet, but I figured there's lots of glass, lots of reflections. I might want to cut through some of that for some things, so I might use it. But to be honest, I tend, for black and white, tend to embrace those reflections and all the flare and glare and everything. So we'll see. Yesterday I arrived midday at London Bridge station, so headed straight for Borough Market, and my goodness, is that a fantastic place. Never been there before. The only problem is it was packed with tourists. You could barely move, especially with a backpack. It's very hard to stop and take photos and spend any amount of time there. So I wasn't that pleased with what I got. So I might go back today. I'm meeting a friend at the camera fair, and he's going to come out with me, I think. So we might actually head back there. From Borough Market, I crossed Tower Bridge and walked up to Barbican. Again, never been there before. I didn't like it. I don't like that kind of architecture, to be honest. I can see the photographic potential for sure, but the minute I arrived, I could see 7, 8, maybe 9 photographers all doing the same thing, and I realized that it's just become a honeypot location. Everybody's doing the same thing, so I decided not to even bother stopping. I just carried on walking, and I did come across on the Strand a couple of protests. Got some protest photos, nothing special. Really, I was doing more walking and exploring yesterday than photography, so I hope to change that today. I got a nice little photo just here last night. Probably the only half decent photo of the day. It's about 9 o'clock and there's nobody around. What do people do in this city? Stay in bed? I suppose they stay out late, go to bed late, get up late. I've been up since 6, haven't taken a single photo yet. I need coffee. I was here at Trafalgar Square yesterday evening and the light was fantastic. Low light, backlighting the fountains, and there was a bit of a breeze, so the spray was going everywhere and the backlighting just brought everything to life. It's fantastic, but of course it's completely overcast now. It's hard to function without a double espresso in the morning. And breakfast of champions. So, workflow settings. The camera is set on a cloudy day like this to 3200 ISO. When the sun comes out and it's really bright, 1600 ISO. I set it and forget it. So all I'm actually doing is I'm shooting everything, all I'm doing is shooting everything in manual, and I'm just adjusting my shutter speed. I try to keep it around 1000 to 2000 if I can when I'm moving around and people are moving. And aperture and focus. Zone focusing is my preference, certainly on a bright sunny day when I can use an aperture like f11 down to f8, shooting around 2 meters to affinity. It's perfect. Okay, this could be dangerous. Being here is the sort of thing that leads to divorce.
Hi Simon, how are you enjoying your Leica Monochrom, your Q?
It is fantastic.
What do you do about all your colour photography?
Well, nothing right now because I'm just black and white.
You know, you can't beat some black and white, but there are times where colour is needed. So even myself now, I'm using the Q3 Monochrome. Sorry, fluffed that. I did mean to say the Q3 colour camera myself, although I'm a big SL fan. It's just so convenient to carry around. But the big dilemma is whether you buy the 28mm version or the 43mm version. This is a bit of an issue with customers making the right decision or what they feel they need.
So what are people mostly buying then?
It's actually, the sales are about 50-50. We've even got customers that own both. I think it's because they love the 28mm version, but they always wanted a standard lens. Okay, so this is why Leica brought out the 43, and some customers have actually got both. Yeah, so, well, anytime, come down, have a look, have a coffee, have a play, and see what you think of the new Q3 cameras. Please come and see us.
Well, it's been about 4 hours since I was at the photography show. I haven't done any photography since then. I've been talking to my mate David. But I found an interesting little alleyway